Shalom. So, I actually don't have time to do this, but I said I would. Vocab Malone had these people calling themselves Nazarene Hebrew Israelites on. There was two of them, and I think they do the Lashawan Kadash stuff, and they were defending Zion Lex and stuff like that. And uh, honestly, they're tiny. I don't know if I should even bother, and I've got other stuff to do. But if nobody answers these idiots, they think that they actually said something that's unanswerable, and it's like, no, you just say things that are so dumb, so incredibly dumb, that an intelligent person has a hard time um, formulating a response or even understanding what you're saying because you're an idiot. Now, there were two people that Vocab had on from this group. Um, One of them talked a lot and was an obvious sufferer of Dunning-Kruger. And I went to their channel, and he's really the only one who talks. But there are people who are listening to him, which I find amazing. But I guess, I mean, he talks a good enough talk for some people to think that he's intelligent. And he's obviously not. When he was engaging with Vocab was asking him questions which he was too dumb to understand. I mean, you can go on Vocab's channel and listen to these guys. You can go on their channel, and I went and I listened, and this guy has this thing about me, and honestly, I could rip it to absolute shreds because it's just stupidity after stupidity after stupidity. Now, I have to say, the two people, one of them didn't talk very much, and when he did talk, he didn't sound like an idiot. And he's apparently named Barawak. Obviously, the name is from Barak, and they just don't know Hebrew. Um, but I I mean, so that the guy Barak, if he might be intelligent, I don't know. I'm just judging him by the company he keeps, which is with a fool. And I mean, I listened to his video, which was a huge waste of time. I'm not going to do it again. But he had this question he thinks is the ultimate question, which he thinks he really. And it's like, oh, you effing idiot. And it, I mean, just explaining the number of ways it's stupid is, um, it would take forever because it's stupid in so many ways. And it's obvious the man doesn't think. He's a racist. He calls me a racist, and he is very, very obviously racist. Like, he talks about the racial superiority of black people. And to give him a tiny bit of credit, he might mean that the that there are genes that are dominant, which we associate with being black. Now, there's all kinds of problems with this. It obviously he knows nothing about genetics. He knows nothing about things like phenotype and genotype and extended phenotype and epigenetics and everything that goes, but he talks about genetics like he actually understands this stuff, and he says it's proven, it's scientifically proven. So his big question, which he thinks is the slam dunk against the Jews, is since we know that there are in fact black Jews, and there was intermixing among Kushim, and no, Kushi does not mean what the N word, like he said, you effing idiot. It's used in the Bible to describe Moses' wife. You effing idiot. So the Cushites, and it's in the Bible that there are Jews who come from a racially black heritage, but of course in Judaism we accept converts. So just engaging with him on his stupidity is because why even get involved into his whole racial thing, other than this idiot thinks that it's such a slam dunk that, oh, well, so how come we don't see it in the Jews now? Not understanding 2,000 years of genetic mixing, and of course there is microevolution, and there's there's so much there to talk about, epigenetics and this and that. By the way, I almost pulled out my so when I did my DNA, because I was interested in my my lineage and history, not because I believe it defines whether or not you are saved. That's not how it works. God made you, and all human beings were made by the same God, by the one God, and it's just so hard for me to deal with this stuff, and I really don't want to, because I have other things to do. But let's say that you were right and it actually did matter genetically, like you said. By the way, I specifically did my DNA testing with National Geographics, because they are the ones that are focused like a laser beam on actual ancient lineage type stuff, not phenotype and health stuff. So they do an analysis of, and it came back, it said 90% of my genes were native to the area of Asia Minor, that right there, Turkey, Syria, Israel, and my DNA is definitely from the Jewish diaspora, so F you. But part of the problem is, like, why even engage in this type of racism, you idiot? But his whole thing was, well, how come we don't see any we don't see any features? And I mean, when you listen to this guy, he is so dumb and racist and vulgar and very funny, Luke. Very funny. I have other stuff to do. I shouldn't be doing this, but I want just to refute his stupidity. This is Ms. Doria Ragland, who is the mother of Meghan Markle. And you can go ahead and find many pictures of her. She is an African American and a descendant of slaves. Um, and she's so you can find many, many pictures of her, and there is no doubt whatsoever that Ms. Ragland is, in fact, descended from African American descendants of slaves. Okay? This is her daughter, Meghan Markle, of whom there are tons and tons of pictures of. And Ms. Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has two children, and you can do Google image searches and see Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor and Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, and they look like their father. Very much so, including the ginger hair. So, this idea that of the one drop rule, here's a picture of the three of them together. Grandmother, both grandmothers, and the parents and the child, all together, and the grandfather. So, this is great grandmother, sorry. It's honestly just tiring that somebody this stupid needs a response, but I guess they do. And so here it is. And unless, I mean, if people have questions, or there's 5 people watching. If there's people watching and they have questions and they want to talk about this, we can, or they want to talk about something else, we can. But this is about as much time as I'm going to spend on these people. I have to say, the other person who was on Vocab's show, Barawak or whatever his name is, seemed like an intelligent person. So, and when I went on the channel, there were no videos from where he was talking. So he actually appears to be the intelligent person who lets this idiot speak and is technically proficient enough to have this idiot's, like, to put this idiot on the internet, unfortunately. And I mean, I'm not going to talk to somebody who is that stupid. Barawak, I will talk to, because look, if you're too stupid to understand what I'm saying, then and you're just incapable of understanding the most basic things that you're talking about, at some point, the only response you can have to somebody like that is, this is idiotic, you're an idiot, F off. And that's my basic thing. So if people have things to say, comments, whatever, please feel free. I said I was going to respond to that idiot and his video. I mean, the video is filled with anti-Semitic lies, racism, stupidity. It is something that no intelligent human being should need to spend their time refuting or listening to. But this was the idea he thought he had. Is Lion Zion dumb or just evil? Knowing what he's scamming about, I don't think he's dumb. I don't think he's certainly not dumb like this guy. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. Let me go to Vocab's channel and find the name. Vocab, I'm alone. So the video with the two idiots is introducing the Nazarene Hebrew Institution of Technology and Barak. Well, so the teacher is apparently hold on, I'm gonna have
Play
to
out,
play this.
play loud. It's Guitar Center's Memorial Day sale. Save on the gear you need.
So, yeah, the Barawak is the guy in the middle. I didn't hear him. I have yet to hear him say anything stupid. Yashia, the guy on the right, is an idiot, and vocab proves it by talking to him, and this guy is just too stupid to understand what vocab is saying. Barawak seemed to understand, but then I don't understand why he would affiliate with somebody this dumb. And so they were saying that they have to, they have to defend their brother Zion, even though apparently these guys are Trinitarians or they're Christians, and Zion isn't, but they felt like they have to come to Zion's defense against racist me. And I mean, it's just stupidity. I don't think Zion is dumb. Maybe they serve the same masters. Look, I would not put it beyond people to be beguiled by demons and Satan. I have genuine hope that Zion will repent. I don't think he's stupid. I think he knows he doesn't know Hebrew. He knows Hebrew better than everybody else in that community, and it's like he's the head of a bunch of jackals. And so he thinks, oh, I know Hebrew. Well, no, you know very elementary Hebrew. There are hundreds of thousands of people who know Hebrew a lot better than you do. You can kind of sort of read with the vowels. Like, look, I know a lot of children who have been taught to read the Hebrew vowels like he has. And he's certainly read, because he's plagiarizing concepts from Judaism left and right, trying to change them, trying to improve upon them with his stupidity. But it's not like he's just an outright fool. And frankly, I had to wonder if I'm going to talk, like, calling Zion a fool. I feel okay in doing that because he's acting the fool. He doesn't have to. This guy is unfortunately, I mean, this Yashia guy. Look, there are times when you have to call somebody with severe Dunning-Kruger. You have to just put it out there. No, you are of low intelligence. You don't understand what you're reading. You don't understand what you're talking about. And you need to be put in your place, because this man goes around calling himself a more, a teacher, and he's pontificating, and people are listening to him, and it's like, no, you are an idiot. And frankly, I don't go around calling idiots if they're actually idiots, unless they are being put in a position which it is dangerous for an idiot to occupy. And that's what's going on here. And honestly, I kind of feel bad just assuming that this Barawak guy is as dumb as this Yashai or whatever his name is guy, um, because he didn't say much, right? And the stuff he said was not idiotic. And there, Zion, who knows? I mean, if Zion trusted people more and was willing to go to the actual resources that he needs, maybe I could teach him basic Hebrew, and then he could at least know as much Hebrew as I do, and do as much as I do, which is teach people for free basic Hebrew. Or he might be much smarter than me. I don't know. Um, he's obviously, he has a huge audience, and he obviously has a lot of talent in being entertaining. Um, but this Yashia guy, I mean, just suffering through listening to both his engagement with vocab, which was just painful because he's just dumb. He is incapable of following the discussion that he's having with vocab. So vocab, being the Christian that he is and being really nice, doesn't say, "You're stupid, you don't understand what I'm saying." And to some extent, if I was just talking to this guy one-on-one and there was nothing to be gained, I wouldn't. I also wouldn't just say you're an idiot. Probably because he would get violent, because that's what happens when people with severe Dunning-Kruger are faced with their idiocy, is they become violent. So, I mean, honestly, this is just a waste of time. Even talking, I mean, their channel is smaller than mine. Need I say more? It's smaller than mine was before Zion gave me the boost. It's as small as I basically thought my channel would be. Like there's like a few people who watch, but I mean, when they were on Vocab's show, where was so almost over 1,000 people viewed this, and some of them must have maybe been followers of these guys, and there's two of them. I mean, just the fact Barawak seemed like an intelligent person whenever he spoke, so I don't know. I think it's quite possible that Barawak is somebody who is locked into a cognitive network. The people he is surrounded with are not as smart as he is. He has serious questions which are people around him may not know how to answer. And so he became associated with this stuff. I feel sorry for him about that. I have no idea what his story is. He wasn't just spouting stupidity, and you need to actually listen to someone and to find out if their mind is first. I mean, it's possible for your mind to be filled with garbage because that's all you've had any exposure to, and nobody's actually helped you get rid of the garbage. That's quite possible for an intelligent person's mind to be filled with garbage, especially if that's all that's available to them, right? So I don't know Barawak's history. This Yashia guy speaks a lot, and when people point things out to him, he's just too dumb to understand. And honestly, if it was just the fact that he is an unfortunate person, and I wouldn't say anything. But he's going around spouting racist, anti-Semitic stupidity, and he's spouting it about me. And so, for anyone who is wondering what my response to Yashia is, well, first of all, this is his big question. Why don't the Jews today look like why do the Ashkenazi Jews, who are in fact descended from the tribes of Israel, look so much like the other people around them? Well, first of all, because there is such a thing as epigenetics, and and there was racial mixing, and human beings are not that different, and there's recessive, and there's been microevolution because of of selection pressures. He doesn't even understand the basics of just the most simple genetics. I would be surprised if he doesn't believe in Lamarckian genetics. He probably does. And I could probably explain things better to him through Lamarckian genetics because it's simple enough for him to fall for it. Because obviously science is having no effect whatsoever on his thinking. I think the cult members are required to watch Lion's Eye, so they just mute him and lurk, and so are bots. Look, he's entertaining. He is entertaining. There's that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to spend like 5 more minutes on this and then go on with my life because my little road trip starts on Thursday. I am going to be driving through St. George, Utah, and then going to Colorado to visit Pastor Tanner. Then going to be going through Omaha, really quickly driving through those. But if you are on the way and you would like to have a coffee with me or something, we can arrange it to go to that the Chicago conference that we're having with PVK and Bethel McGrew, also aka Esther O'Reilly, in Chicago, and then I am going to go on to Indianapolis to meet with someone. I'm going to go to Minneapolis to meet with a particular person who I will not dox, but maybe watching. And then I am going to go through North Dakota to meet with Father Eric, and then South Dakota to meet with somebody else I will not dox, and then go to Salt Lake City, where I'm actually not meeting anyone. I'm just taking a break, and then I might go through St. George again. Probably I will, just to say hi to somebody who's there, and then drive back. Anyway, so that's that. If anybody is interested in any of that, I will be leaving on Thursday. And yes, that's more on my mind than these idiots. And I have to do episodes of Post Platonic and stuff. So the next, not today's episode, which I haven't done yet, but next week's episode is going to be done by Chad the alcoholic. He's already actually sent it to me. I just need to put it together. Because it's actually the like there's an Alcoholics Anonymous anniversary coming up on June 10th, I want to say. So we're gonna have an Alcoholics Anonymous episode, or maybe it's the 13th. I think it was the 13th. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, people, I am going to log off. You all know where to find me later.